Hey, hello guys, welcome back to my channel again. My name is Sagar Prajapati, and in this video I am going to tell you about how we should create a cluster for practicing in Databricks. Okay, so there are a lot of users and students ask me the same question that, hey Sagar, if I want to purchase your course that is Master in Databricks 0 to Hero, I would be needed to have a Databricks workspace. Okay, so, in order to practice or learn PySpark, basic Databricks, you can enroll or you can sign up in a community edition, first of all, which is absolutely free. But in order to use a premium feature or advanced feature of Databricks, like say Unity Catalog, Delta Live Table, Jobs, Workflow, and other thing, in that case, you are required to have a premium version of Databricks. Now the question is, if I go and take a premium version of Databricks, that is too much costly. But that is not a case. Usually database cost on storage, database cost on a number of objects, as well database cost on the compute also. And compute is one of the major thing where the cost is more, right? So if you are creating or if you are spinning up your cluster or compute, you are required to use a minimal nodes, minimum features. So let's talk about now how you should create a cluster in your premium workspace so that the bill will not be very expensive. So this is the compute page of my Databricks workspace, and this is the premium workspace. Okay, now you come to the compute page, and then you will be seeing like all purpose compute, job compute, policy, and other stuff. Now I just came directly here, right? And I'm trying to create a new compute. Now you can see I chosen this policy unrestricted, and you can see we have couple of other policies also, right? A kind of compute which wanna use it, right? Now we have multi-node and single node option. So if you choose multi-node means, if you know Spark how does it work, it works with driver and the worker node architecture, right? So there will be one driver setting and multiple workers can be workers means the kind of CPU you can assume, right? Or machine. Now 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 you can see we are using Databricks runtime version. Use photon acceleration actually work for to fast to carry the faster, right? So we it is not needed for our case, right? So we can enable this, disable this. Now you can see it reduced to 3.3 to 9 dBs per hour. Why it is saying 3 to 9 dBs? Because we have enabled the auto scaling. Means if auto scaling, and you can see minimum worker should be 2 and max worker should be 8. So for an example, today we got a very less data, let's say 2 GB, and workers, and you can see we have 16 GB memory. So it will only use two worker node if it is required. Maximum 2, minimum 2, right? And maximum also 2 it will be used. But what if there are a lot of data comes suddenly, then it will auto scale and it goes to the 8, right? So like that you can understand, right? And then you can see it will be like 32 to 120 GB will be there in the CPUs, like that you can say. Now if you want, you can also reduce it to 2 and it start from 1. So you can see it cost around 2 to 3 dB per hour. Now enable auto scaling is a very good feature. We can enable it, and we can disable it also. Now if we disable it, then there will be only one worker node. Okay, and I can put here 1 or 2, whatever, right? Then this is another feature, terminate after. So make sure when you come to this page, reduce the time to 10 minutes. Because what will happen, if even though if you are not doing anything in your computer, if you are not running any database notebook, any job, and so if it will eventually cost you, right? So what happens, suppose you run the job and you forget to shut down the cluster, then what will happen? There will be a lot of cost associated with it. So associated with it, so better to reduce to 10 minutes. So maybe if you forget to shut down the cluster, after 10 minutes it will automatically shut down, right? Now this is a multi-node. Now you can go with the single node also. Single node means you can say, hey, single node means one worker node automatically. Now, and if you can see it is costing 2 dbu, so we can disable it. Now it comes to 1 dbu, even though the costing depends on the VM also, what type of VM we are using, means what type of node type we are using. There are multiple things, like if I use this, then it also costs 1 dbu. What if I go to general purpose and if I use this, now you can see it costs like 0.75 dbus. It depends on the power, what power that VM has it, right? Okay, now if you want to calculate it, right, again the same thing, I have to make it here 10, right? And if you want to calculate the price, how much price would it be if I take a premium version or whatever, then you can come to this page by pricing page, and you can say, hey, your database is hosted on West US region, currency in USD, displaying price by hour, tier is premium, workload is all purpose compute. Then you can go down here, somewhere should be workload. See, dollar dollar all purpose compute will be like 0.40 cent per dbu. Premium tiers में it will be like 0.55 per dbu, like that. You can calculate it. See, you will not be able to calculate the exact price, but at least you will be able to know the lump sum price, so that you can plan accordingly, right? Likewise, we have another way, like personal compute name as suggests, like it for a personal usage, right? So you can, it by default it has a single node only, right? So you can go with 10 minutes here, and this costs very less, right? So always, in a company also, if someone is doing something for their own, better to use a personal compute, so that the uh, costing will also come less, and yeah, costing will also come less, right? Now there are many things like power user compute, right? It costs something else. Then we have shared compute. You can go with this, access mode is shared, or okay, here it is not. Now you can see legacy shared. Now see, if you can rewind this video a little bit. Now you can see that, hey, when I am using this unrestricted personal compute power usage and shared, I can see the unity catalog tag over here. But once you go to the legacy shared compute, the unity catalog feature or the tag will be disabled. It means if your what we say if your workspace in the Hive meta store, then you should use legacy shared compute, because here unity catalog is not enabled. but but if you have unity catalog enabled in your workspace, right? If you're using UC, like meta store catalog schema table architecture, then you should use a cluster where this tag should be enabled, unity catalog. Then only you can use it, right? So this is actually a very important thing. People are facing a lot of issues, and they are asking me, hey, I'm stuck here, I'm stuck there. So let me also tell you one more thing, that if uh, in unity catalog mount points, I believe mount points does not work, right? So if a cluster is unity catalog enabled, and if you are trying to access a mount point, you will not be able to do it. For that, you have to disable the unity catalog enabled one over here in the cluster, and then you can use it, okay? So likewise, you can save the cost, and it is not like, if you use Databricks, there will be a lot of cost. Actually, there is a lot of cost, but if you use a very, I mean, if you use very less, and if you use it very properly, then there will be less cost also, right? So I hope that you have understood this, and if you are interested, you can check out my course, that is Master in Databricks course. There are a lot of people who have taken that course. Maybe you will love it and you will like it. Okay, chalo, thank you, bye bye, we'll meet you in the next lecture.